Hey, you up there. See that new Coach Greg video? Nah, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Okay, new Coach Greg video caught my eye. All right, so we're going to check it out. Okay, we've dropped down to the XL shirt. I got my pre-workout here. We're going to drink some pre-workout. We're going to wear muscle shirts. And we're going to watch this Coach Greg video. It caught my eye, like I said, and I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's buckle up. Let's have a good time. Let's check it out. Let's begin.
Saying that energy drinks actually impair.
Okay, first off,
a new study has come out saying that energy drinks actually impair muscle growth.
I remember years ago, I think this was 2016 maybe, I used to be heavily addicted to energy drinks. I would crush them all the time, multiple per day. I did that for probably a decade. I was in the military, right? So it's kind of, in a way, it was kind of something that I had to do. You have to drink Monster energy drinks while you're in the military. So I did it a lot. I remember my mom called me one day because she read this article on Facebook. And she was like, Frank, I saw this article on Facebook where you could die from energy drinks. And I was like, did they say which ones it was? Did they say which brand? Which model of drink? Which one? How many do I have to drink to make it happen? I'm kidding, guys. Just a joke. Come on. But yeah. Yeah. I remember she was very concerned. Poor mom. Yeah, she had to deal with me. She's a great lady. Okay, so this study, the truth about energy drinks. New research reveal all tested energy drinks significantly impair muscle cell development. Is this potentially why I'm so small, or why I was so small? 8 popular brands tested. Higher doses equals worse effects. You know what's kind of funny about this is, like I said, super addicted to energy drinks. I'm clean. I've probably been clean for, 3-4 months now. And actually, I keep one, my favorite one, a C4. I keep it in the fridge, in the door of the fridge. So it's right there. When you open up the door of the fridge, just staring me right in the face. It's just beautiful glory, icy cold, ready to go at any time. Because, I need it there. Because otherwise, if I'm trying to quit energy drinks and there's none in the house and I just don't have access to one, did I really quit energy drinks? Right? Did I? But if there's one there, it's just sitting in the fridge, just calling out to me in the middle of the night, Frank, come drink me. Is that really, then that's willpower, okay? That is hard. I remember I tried to quit energy drinks. It would have been back 2019. I think I tried to quit once. And I started having, it was the wildest thing ever. This is when bangs were popping. Dude, I was crushing bangs. But anyways, I started having dreams. I would start to dream about energy drinks. And it got to the point where these dreams would just get more and more vivid. And they became erotic in nature, themed around energy drinks. It was erotic energy drink dreams. I wish I was making this up. It would be fun. It's wild stuff. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not. Erotic Monster energy drink dreams. And I used to go and somebody would crack one open. I'd be like, can I just smell it? And I would just go over and, oh, it smells so good. Okay. All right. Back to the video. We're 6 seconds in. Video, 6 minutes long. I'm doing pretty good. That's actually a pretty good ratio. We can pump those numbers up.
Growth development.
Oh, shoot. Look at that.
That's alarming.
I agree, Coach. It is alarming.
Coach Greg, in today's video, it's not looking good for energy drinks. A new study has come out saying that energy drinks actually impair muscle growth development. And so I'm thinking it has to be the caffeine. There's something about caffeine that prevents the muscles from growing adequately.
It can't be caffeine. It's definitely not caffeine.
Don't know exactly why, but well, let's get into the study and find out. And so, I'm reading the title, New Study Reveals Energy Drinks Reduce Muscle Cell Development, and there's a picture of the White Monster, and that is perhaps my favorite. I'm looking at a White Monster pyramid, and so
Show me.
I'm looking at my White Monster wall.
Ooh,
and
that's
so
a nice
it's perhaps
collection.
the
That's a nice. Oh, who is this?
pyramid. And so
What do we have down
I'm
here? Hold on.
looking at my White Monster wall.
Oh, I got to move me. All right. Greg's got something hiding on his desk. Look at that handsome devil. Man, he's a stud. I think we can all agree on that.
And so it's perhaps the wall of death. It's ruining all my
death
muscle
wall.
gains. New research reveals all. Every single one. And so you can't just say it's this one and not that one. All of them. New research reveals all tested energy drinks significantly impair muscle cell development. And this word significantly.
Greg, I need you to stop Gregging me right now. We need to get into the study. How did they do this? Which energy drinks did they measure? How do we know that the study can be trusted at all? Greg, I need you to...
It actually
Come on,
makes a
let's go.
significant difference. Nothing just minor, 0.1%. And it also says they tested 8 popular brands, and the higher the doses, the worse the effects. 50 to 90% reduction in muscle formation.
Because the thing I love about a good scientific study is, they, if it's a study, it's science, right? You got to believe it, right? It's got to be legit because it's a study, right? Right? Science guys, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, is it possible that the Blue Lobster pre-workout is preventing me from building muscle, and that the only reason I'm able to get jacked is because I'm supplementing with other supplements that work? For example, Turk Platinum.
Yeah, I'll get you more food in a minute. Go on.
Is the Turk Platinum, the Ajuga Turkistanica, offsetting the negative effects of the pre-workout?
Hey, you guys, let me know down in the comments, okay? If I get enough people to tell me to do it, I'll do it. I will do a full review on turkesterone. I'll buy Coach Greg's his big thing. I don't know what'll happen, but I'll do a review on it if you guys want me to. I'll buy it and see how it goes. I will also do a review on HTLT, harder than last time. That supplement. I'll review one or both of those supplements if I just get enough comments down below. That could be a spicy one.
Some of the brands tested: Monster Energy Drink, Monster Ultra, Rockstar, Rockstar Sugar Free, Celsius, and Celsius.
I used to crush
Red Bull,
I used to crush Celsius. I went on like a year spree of, it was like 2-year spree of Celsius. Used to just pound those puppies. Oh, man. I've probably done irreparable damage to myself with the amount of energy drinks that I've consumed.
Red Bull Zero. And so if it's all 8 of those, how am I feeling like it's going to be any different with...
You know what's funny is that, I tried to quit for many times over the years. And the one thing, funny enough, my wife actually got me to quit. So this wife is really good. She's great. We have a pretty great relationship. And she quit vapes a while ago, and then we were walking around in Costco, and I was impressed by her when she quit vapes, especially because she was big into them. Whatever, it's like a dorky, Gen Z thing, whatever. But when she got pregnant with our son, she just boom quit them like that because she wanted obviously to be healthy while she was pregnant and everything. So we're walking around in Costco like 3-4 months ago. This is what got me to quit. And I was like, talking about grabbing another case of whatever, C4, any energy drink I could find. And she was just like, what's the matter? Like, you can't just quit? And she said it like that, and I was like, damn. I was like, all right, okay, fine, all right. Shots fired. Good point. You know, like if you can quit that, you know, there's no reason I can't quit whatever energy drink. So that was it. That was all. She just said that. A little bit of, a little bit of tough love. Haven't had one since.
My pre-workout right here. And what exactly in it is doing this? How is it doing this? Is it in fact the caffeine? It says regeneration, impaired recovery process. Well, that's alarming. Muscle protein significantly decreased. Muscle cell formation reduced by 50 to 90%. It's a nightmare. Cell fusion nearly eliminated at higher doses. Here's the ones that are most...
You know, back in the years of probably from 2013 to 2017, I was pounding a lot of White Monsters. And I used to wonder, I was like, man, I don't have anything to back this up, but I wonder if these things are just totally killing all my gains. I wonder if drinking 3 White Monsters a day, you know, as a, brand new in the military, younger guy, 23-year-old, I wonder if this is doing anything negative to my gym gains.
Damaging. When I read this, I'm thinking, well, I got to avoid these. Celsius Live Celsius Heat also caused muscle fiber shrinkage. I mean, shrinkage. It's like that Seinfeld episode where they talked about going into the water.
Shrinkage. Yes, significant shrinkage.
Highest caffeine content, 2x other brands. Nearly complete muscle formation blockage. I knew it. I knew it had to
That's why I liked Celsius, because it has higher caffeine content.
be something to do with the caffeine. You're all thinking, oh, it's the artificial sweeteners. Really? Higher vitamin B6 may offer some protection. Vitamin...
Oh, jeez. Oh, I thought my internet was broken there for a second.
Barbecue bacon burger. Barbecue bacon.
Red X, don't panic. Thank goodness, because I was about to panic. What would happen if I continued to drink them? I mean, would I lose all my muscle?
Coach Greg, unironically, is a beast. Okay. Man, two things I really want. I really want lat veins. I want two more things. I have 2 big gym goals right now. I want lat veins, like one right here. And have you seen the dudes? They just have like a big, looks like the Nile River is running laterally across their chest, like just one big chest vein. That's what I want. Just one big, nasty chest vein.
I mean, how could that be? It says this was a lab study, not human trials. Oh, thank goodness. Do you want to know what the research was actually done on?
I do. I do want to know. This is the whole point. This is what I've been waiting for. How did they actually do the test, right? Because just like, just going to run with the headline of everything. Well, this study says this, which is what 99% of people are going to do. They're going to see the study, they're going to see the headline from it, and they're just going to roll with it. Well, let's dig into the details a little bit. How was the study done?
It wasn't humans. It wasn't even mice or rodents. It was on the C2C12 muscle cells lab model. What they did is they took a muscle cell, right, from your muscle. They put it in a petri dish, and they pour the energy drinks on top of it. And so they basically put a couple cells in a bath. In a bath, soaked it in energy drinks. Okay, so what's the equivalent? What's the equivalent of a human being in that amount of energy drinks? So is that like if a human being were to take a bath in White Monster while simultaneously on a dialysis machine where all their blood is being replaced with White Monster? Is that like sounds like the equivalent of this lab test where they just had a couple cells in a petri dish and they poured White Monster over. Oh, the cell's dying. Yeah, you just you just poured White Monster all over. Yeah, of course it's not going to do anything. I don't understand what the even point of the study was. Why would they even? Who's like doing this seriously and being like, wow. This is crazy, guys. This is
what a result, what a breakthrough we found here. We took a few cells and put them in a petri dish and soaked them in citric acid and caffeine, and the cells didn't do so well. Yeah, the cells normally in your body, they're surrounded by all sorts of other things. They have protection from the elements. They have protection from White Monster, right? They're getting a flow of fresh new blood and new oxygen all the time. They're constantly being filtered out. Like there's little bits of the cell carrying via water and blood, replacing all the little bits and pieces of junk that your cells are making. The mitochondria is in there, the powerhouse. Speaking of that, what doesn't make sense? So all your cells are living beings, right? Each cell can live on its own, not for very long, but each cell lives on its own and is like doing its own thing. And like, how do they all know? How do they all communicate? How do they know? Like, how are they all on the same page with everything? It just doesn't make sense to me. It just kind of blows my mind a little bit to think that each of your cells are alive and they are doing their own thing and they have stuff going on in them, and you like smashing them together and they make you the larger organism. It blows my mind.
This is what they actually did to do the study. The study used mouse C2C12 muscle precursor cells in vitro and exposed them to 8 popular energy drinks. Do you know how they exposed them to this? The use of muscle cells from a mouse in a petri dish, it might not directly translate on how you actually consume.
Right. This was to me. This is the equivalent of taking somebody and using a dialysis machine to replace all of their blood with Monster Energy drinks and being like, this person had impaired muscle recovery whilst all of their blood was gone and we replaced it with White Monster. Wow, that's crazy. I would have never guessed.
Pre-workout in real life. How about our next study? We're going to see the effects of drinking Blue Lobster, getting Blue Lobster on your ability to perform cardio or weightlifting and so on. You take this and you pour it over your head and you then go and train. And the study concludes, well, it didn't actually work. Or how about we fund a Turk Platinum study where the people look at the pills. You don't consume them, you just buy it and look at it. Or you rub it all over your hair and you hope that it absorbs.
We get what Coach Greg is saying. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, the study in the way they conducted the experiment to begin with, if we even want to call it that, it's kind of silly, right? That's kind of pointless. And then to like extrapolate that out and have that be the headline of the study, whatever. It's like obviously, like of course that's going to inhibit cell recovery. Right? You just have a few cells in an environment, in a toxic environment of caffeine, food dye, vitamin B6, and citric acid. It's silliness. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, and I'm guessing Coach Greg is probably going to say a lot of the same things. Probably near the 3/4 mark of this video. Here, we're just going to do a live test here. I bet around the 3/4 mark of this video, he's going to start talking about his supplements and things. Yep, things he's gonna, things you should try. So yeah, I pegged that one pretty well. All right. If you like this video, please let me know down in the comments. If you want me to do a review of Turk Builder, Turkesterone, I'll take one for the team and do it. I'll do it for the boys. And I will also review Harder Than Last Time. All right. See you in the next video. Stay handsome. Have a good one.